Now that's just splendid!
Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
It's a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
There's no great...
Ah, hello again. I should be glad to show you about the premises, if you've the time. As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
Very well, but pray do not make me wait over long.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Do not approach me.
I fear I must attend to my prayer.
'Twas a fact.
Do not approach me.
Would that I could come.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had... Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, A part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
Aught about this reeks of a plot. Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
It's as you say.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Not a bad idea.
Medicine? Medicine! 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 Now! Now! Now!
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone? Oh.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
It's no great shock to me.
I'm a tad busy at the moment.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled, I'm sure.
Elena? Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker, till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there, and once I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your... My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider... Oh, thank you, sir. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Must we run everywhere? You are an
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus. 'Tis a name of great import. Of that I'm certain.
How very peculiar.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroom.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go, then.
I hope you slept well.
What's life without a bit of fun? Something fun to do. Would there
Not within 4 ever happens here, anyhow.
Ought to take a moment to replenish my strength. Always gotta be in the thick of things, mate. What am I supposed to do?
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
I fear I must attend to my prayers.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. You're back. Pray, tell me, have you... What? You found a Do you think... Could I trouble... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in...
You're back. Pray, tell me, have these look like Johann and Bruno? I recall them being especially meek. At any rate, they may know...
I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
I swear I'm not around.
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace.
Oh, man, will stay a while. You!
Barely lift their swords.
My. I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Glad we understand each other. I'll be on my way then.
You showed mercy to the agent master. How very gracious of you.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by us, masters.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armour, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, miser... die early death. Hope to see you again.
Prepare for battle!
What? Pray, do not impede me, sir.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality. Much obliged. It's naught but misgivings.
Welcome.
This looks as good a place as any. I'm in no mood for talk.
Come on, have a look.
Another day, another adventure.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night, and I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you...
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make, and methinks you'll want to hear it. See, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Understand me? Wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
My, you are persistent.
Someone do aught about this?
Look as long as you please.
Legs as stiff as bones. All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Loyalty's just another way to save your own skin.
Suppose that's enough for you,
This place now
Still
feels
not
closed.
Life's been pretty kind.
Hoi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. Hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
Could use a rest.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Mayhap I really would have been better off.
Of course. No one would bother with a wretch like me.
I'd have best earn my keep. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Could use a bit of excitement.
Very
Like your
stop.
I'm the predicament.
Still looking? Well, you'll know her at a glance, I'm sure.
and dust before it comes to supper.
I'm a predicament. Won't someone do aught about this?
You wish me to return? At once, master.
Lead on!
Still looking?
Lead on! Let's go see.
Still looking?
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes. Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsy.
Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot. In that.
You know, I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
The other day, now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did, and rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Business could be better.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated.
Ox carts don't travel at night anymore. Monsters are apt to grow bold with the sun setting. It would be the height of madness to take one's cart out after. Should you require a cart services, you'd best wait.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting. I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, and by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither.
Aye, got some coin. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble.
While you're here, eh? Might as well take a look. What? Oh, you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
This really is fine craftsmanship.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
business?
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost... hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
The rules at your neck.
It is nice to see everyone out and about.
Look as long as you please.
Let's be ready to give the signal.
I'm in no hurry to
The rules at your neck.
To try to enjoy life where and when I can. Always another errand to see to.
Welcome.
And in the mood to stir up trouble tonight.
Wait to see what this day holds. It is nice to see
The
everyone
rules
out
at
and
your
about.
neck. The rules at your neck.
May have our secret.
Plenty of gossip to be had here.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
Nothing's hard as living honest. I'm precious little time. Benches on all sides.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Praying for... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's... Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are complete. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Have you reconsidered the matter of investigating the false sovereign? Should you infiltrate one of the palace's masquerades, I am confident that you will leave with some inkling as to the man's origins as the true sovereign. What say you, your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
This looks as the rules at your
Soon as you turn your back, out comes the dagger. I like to come here when I'm
still waiting on
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my Skull Garden Palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
What is like our first sovereign in decades? Last, we will see the end of the age of proxies. Indeed, the Arisen has always been the mainstay of Vermund.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Another fancy party host.
Pray, leave me be, sir.
What I can do for you?
Is there nary a chance to make a fresh acquaintance?
I'd soon stay out.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
I ought to take a moment to review your affairs.
might I go to spend a few hours? I find it liberating to hide my face.
'Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
Such quietude is a blessing. Only strong. I'd sooner stay out.
Methinks I'll have a rest.
Another ale can't make... Would seem ours. Another ale can't... Another ale.
All this merrymaking is a joy.
No. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless.
No time to talk, I'm afraid.
So, tell me more of this expert.
How dare outrage! An outrage, I say!
No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are...
Dislike the look of this.
Hold fast to your convictions.
What must needs be done? Enough!
This old man's time is up.
I mustn't lose my head.
Would seem I drank such that I am drunk.
So I'm taking in my boots. It will be.
I thought myself. You have the strength.
No, I pray.
I thought myself.
I'm unsure.
I fear for my life. My heart cannot take this.
Can't win them all, I suppose.
Wise man. Shall not stand by.
My fate is sealed.
To polish up my gear tomorrow.
Wait, your equipment's coming.
Do not test me.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home. Perhaps I ought to be home.
This is rather thrilling.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for the drop. Where to now?
I ought to take stock. Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
I suppose your wounds won't heal themselves? Best keep still a moment.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
Gotta crack a few skulls if you want to be chopped off. I'd sooner stay out in battle. It's very possible. Anyway.
There's comfort in the ponds round the plain land.
My sword arm could use some work.
There's comfort in the ponds round the plain land.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then we'd best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering and make them an ally to our cause.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Rally! You've got him right!
Prove your mettle! Witness, are we leaving already? Bother, I was just getting warmed up.
Our soldiers need better training. Such quiet
This battle is not yet done!
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
If you wish it, I shall not move from this spot. Oh, I'll make them pay for that, in gold as well as blood.
We shall not fall here.
I'm unsure how best to
No!
Now!
I'm right here beside you.
Falter not!
There's ought to be said for peace.
Well,
I was not prepared. Fight like you're thinking about you. Alan, this battle is not yet done.
It's lost. What must needs be done?
You intend to provoke me, sir?
What must needs be done?
You have no right.
Suppose courage can only take you so far.
Hold fast! You have the strength to prevail!
It's like more than I can endure.
Hay watched you, and you can bid this cell goodbye. Hold your tongue, wretch.
a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Raven ne'er put gold in my pocket.
Motion as planned.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Spirit.
I am ashamed.
Hold fast. You cannot strike now. You shall not stand. Steal yourself. I'm counting on you.
What must needs be done? What must needs be done?
It's lost. I suppose I can always run.
Never should have taken this shit. What more can we?
Steel yourself, and we shall not fall here.
What must needs be done?
Should have said how dare you!
Steal yourself. I'm counting on you.
Steel yourself, and we shall not fall here. Must hold out till someone comes.
I was not prepared.
Very well, but pray do not make me wait over long.
The latest tidings from Melv came as quite a shock. 'Twas a tragedy to those who suffered the beast's attack, to be sure. But I...
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. I'll scour
in here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss. And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on then, keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye, aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phases?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is an orator, ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Don't let me down now. What am I to do?
Stop this! I beg of you!
A little steel yourself! You're made of tougher stuff! Beyond the pale!
I'm unsure how best to
Apologies, Master, but you will have to make do without us for the time being.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm crying.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Fret not! I'll make the pain go away. Hold just a moment.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait. Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? I can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done. Done.
Townspeople.
We cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
A welcome respite from all that hassle and like this.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. Ox carts don't run. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Time was, you'd think that'd be on account of immigration. At least I've ne'er beheld a human with it. If we keep mixing, someday our kingdom will end up with more beastrons than they've got all in Batal.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So, the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasers fellow are all working together. Quite a sordid trio, eh?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
Welcome.